Hello and welcome to Live from Springfield, USA, and we're here today talking about the Happy Half Marathon that's coming up on August 7th and 8th, and we are here with Alex and Chris. So gentlemen, let's get started.
All right, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Where do we start? Let's tell, for someone new to the Happy Half Marathon, what is it and why does Springfield need it?
So Happy Half started originally as a training run. In 2011, we were training for the Columbus Marathon. It was a group of family members, and my father, Mike Maloney, had been recently diagnosed with cancer. So we were running in the Columbus Marathon to help raise money for his cancer treatments. He passed before we were able to run that year. But afterward, we kind of got our heads together and said, let's figure out a way to kind of do the same thing, kind of raise money for cancer patients.
Awesome.
And we knew that people loved to come together for a race for a cause.
Yeah.
So the next year, 2012 was our first year, and put it together, got a few hundred people, and kind of started from there.
Awesome. And have you done it every year since 2012? Was there any COVID issues?
There was one year when there was a turnover. It was 2016. Our original race director, he was moving and switching jobs, so we kind of took a year off.
Gotcha.
Got some things figured out, and then COVID, we went virtual, so it still technically happened.
Yeah.
But we held a virtual race that year. We had probably 50 people
Something like
signed
that.
up.
Yeah, we were still able to raise a good amount of money though during COVID.
Awesome.
And a lot of races didn't survive that that year, and we were able to. So that
awesome.
I think gave us a lot of confidence kind of going forward too.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So take us back to the original training runs in Yellow Springs.
Mm-hmm.
When did a personal run become a community event?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have an interesting experience with that first run. So I didn't consider myself a runner then. I didn't really run. I actually met the group that was running from Springfield High School to Yellow Springs on that training run. I met them on my bike and brought waters, and it was kind of the original water station of that race. And I remember we went out to eat afterwards, and that was kind of when that conversation really started, I think, of like, can we do this every year? Even if it's not a race or something, like, can we do something like this every year? Just because we had some family members and friends and everybody that was together, and it was just a lot of fun. And I think really that was the kind of the origin of the Happy Half really, really getting started.
By the way, that was a super important role that day, because I remember it was crazy hot when we did that.
Yeah.
And he showed up with a backpack full of waters, and it was very, very needed.
Good. So how has Mike Maloney's story shaped the culture and spirit of the event over the years?
So the first couple of years that we did it, we used to donate the proceeds to the American Cancer Society. After the first 2 years, we decided to switch to the Springfield Cancer Center. That's where he received his treatments.
Gotcha.
He actually worked across the street at W.R. Hackett. He used to walk from his job across the street to get his cancer treatments, would walk back and finish a day of work. And we wanted to focus on a lot more local things in Springfield. So that felt like a right fit to start pushing our donation to the Cancer Center in Springfield.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So going back to the training runs, what was the tie-in with Yellow Springs?
We found the route starting from Springfield High School. It was an easy spot for everybody to meet up. Bike trail is right there. So we ran down there, and it was about 13 miles that we could get on the trail and run to end in Yellow Springs. And it was the timing during our training plan for the full marathon later that fall. We had to run 13 miles, so found that, and like Chris said,
perfect.
Like Chris said,
setup.
we sat at lunch that day. We were like, this was awesome. We need to figure out how to keep doing this.
Yeah. So that brings us right into the next thought here. Why was moving the race into historic downtown Springfield such an important goal for the team?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember when I first kind of came into being part of the race, it was something that we had sort of started talking about, was how can we make this a Springfield race? And we, all of us being from Springfield, we really wanted to see that happen. We knew there was going to be logistical challenges. The Springfield to Yellow Springs route was awesome, and a lot of people really loved that route on the bike path. It was shaded. It was mostly downhill. But we just knew there was a way to do it in Springfield and have Springfield kind of have its own half marathon. And, coming out of COVID in 2020 is when we started to have those conversations with the city of Springfield, and they were super supportive from the jump, which is, there's other cities where that wouldn't happen. And they were supportive of us and helped us find a route and kind of made that happen. So we knew there was going to be logistical challenges with getting streets blocked off and roads closed and all the things that they have to do, and they were willing to do it. And like I said, all of us being from Springfield, it just made sense for us to do it, especially at that time. And being able to start and finish in downtown Springfield, I think, is a really cool, unique feature of our race that brings people year after year.
I mean, did it change the start finish, change the energy for local businesses and spectators?
Absolutely. It just made it a little bit more cohesive, and the energy running through some of the neighborhoods in Springfield is I think every year we kind of see more and more people out in Ridgewood and out in different parts of the community that come out. Usually the week before the race, we go out and put out flyers that say, the race is coming through next week. And again, every year we see more and more people that are excited about the race coming through and passing by their house, and they come out and they'll kind of make their own makeshift water stations or cheer on the runners or whatever. And it's really cool to see.
That's great.
And really brings, I think, a good energy to the community.
Yeah. So how do you balance the competitive 13.1 mile race with an event that feels like a party for everyone?
Do you want to? I think we can kind of both jump on that a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I think that it's something that we really want to see everybody that wants to run come out to support our race. So we have the 5K, we have the kids run, we have the half marathon. We also have what we call the Champion City Challenge. So people who want to run the 5K and the half marathon. And that's something that we really like to do, is kind of have something for everybody. So we'll have people that want to walk their first 5K ever. And I think in Springfield, I think that's just really a cool thing to have, of kind of bringing people together from a community health perspective, and to be able to come out and reach their health and fitness goals and do that with us, I think is amazing. And then also, while supporting a great cause in the Cancer Center too, it's just something that we pride ourselves on, really having some of the fastest elite runners in the Dayton area. And then also we have that same energy and support for, those middle and back of the pack runners and walkers that are kind of the lifeblood of any race. So it's really great to have those people as well.
Awesome. What about the party?
It's the best part.
Why'd you look at me for that? Yeah, I mean, we kind of, to build on what Chris said, the finish line being right across the street from Mother Stewart's. The weekend is the same weekend as the Jazz Fest. So, I mean, from packet pickup, there's music going, there's crowds everywhere. It feels like the energy feels bigger having it downtown that weekend with everything all close together. It feels like there's a lot more excitement. I mean, like Chris said before, we ran to Yellow Springs. We loved it. We loved celebrating with people at the end, but then that was it for the most part. It ended. Some people would go to local restaurants in Yellow Springs, which we loved, but then that was it. There's a reason for people to finish, to come out and watch, to stick around, to go to Mother Stewart's afterward, to hang out for the Jazz and Blues Fest.
It's such an incredible weekend.
I think that's the difference too with any race. That's what you want, is that kind of carry on effect, and to leave people, them leaving the race with a good memory and a good energy of the race, and not kind of cross the finish line and then get in their car and go home.
Right.
We want them to stick around. We want them to go to Mother Stewart's. There's a pancake breakfast
Right.
for all the participants.
And all those good impressions of Springfield that we need to continue to spotlight.
Absolutely.
So
Exactly.
some of the negativity that is unfortunately sometimes around, that this is a perfect example of, well, got to get out and participate.
Yep.
There's amazing things happening in this community
and
the time.
And you don't have to run the race either to come out and do that. We volunteer opportunities, like I mentioned, the people that come out in their neighborhoods and outside of their houses. Like you don't have to run 13.1 miles or 3 miles or any miles to be a part of this. It's something you can just come out and enjoy and support people doing something really fun in the community.
Yeah. So you've raised significant funds for Springfield Regional Cancer Center. How do you decide where the money goes?
Well, like Alex was saying, the cancer center is our beneficiary, and that's as many dollars as we can donate to that. That's what we want to do, and we I think do a really good job of extending our dollars as far as we can. So as I think we've got a good system now of what we need to spend on costs that shirts, medals, things like that kind of come with producing a race. We keep what we need to kind of start for the next year, and then everything else is donated to the cancer center. And I think we do a really good job of extending each dollar to be as impactful as possible.
Awesome. So what does volunteer support make possible that participants may never see?
Everything. Our volunteers, without them, the race doesn't happen. From day one, when we used to just run on the bike trail, now, I mean, running through the streets of Springfield, we have them at every single turn. And most of them have come back year after year. So they're very familiar with the course itself, their responsibilities, whether they're telling them to turn on a street or passing out water. We have volunteers that lead the front of the course. We trail the tail end of the race to pick up signs. People that go in and clean out stuff for us the day before and put stuff back into storage. The unseen work that our volunteers are doing makes it possible for us to, as race directors, to kind of be present during the whole weekend instead of all of it falling on us to be everywhere. And we've run in a lot of races before where we walk away going, that race was unbelievable. You don't notice the volunteers while you're doing it, but you go, they were everywhere. They were taking care of everything. That's what we've wanted. I mean, ratio volunteer to runner is essentially 1-to-1 for our race. I mean, we usually have 250 to 300 volunteers.
Oh, wow.
For a race this size, I think that's pretty special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and that says a lot about the community of Springfield when we come together.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, a lot of organizations and teams. Our moms also, I think, is a good time to shout out to our moms who do race weekend is kind of where most of the volunteers get involved, but all year long we have stuff stored at their houses and they're folding shirts and doing things the week of that. Like Alex said, they let us be race directors that weekend, and they take on a lot as well. So family and community support has been the kind of the lifeblood of the race too.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings me to the next point. So what does it mean to you when families bring their kids to the kids run, the kids fun run, right?
Yep.
So tell me more about that.
Yeah, we started that a couple years ago. It's a blast. We've had 20 to 30 kids each year, and usually it's families that we know bringing their kids or volunteers, or people that have signed up for the half of the 5K the next day that find out about it. And it's really fun because you get to see kids that see their parents involved in bigger, hard things, and they go, I can start doing that at a younger age. And like our own kids have done the kids runs and starting to do the 5Ks now. So it's fun to see them start that at an early age and just see they get that experience of like, this is how this is put together, and this is the kind of stuff we can be a part of. That's really, really cool. And honestly, I mean, some of our biggest donations we get are the kids that sign up for the fun run, and they put it out on their parents' social media and say, my 6-year-old is running this kids run, and they get a few $100s that they bring in. We're like, unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's great.
Great.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
On race weekend, Springfield feels like, so if you were to answer this is a fill in the blank question. On race weekend, Springfield feels like blank.
Say, I think it feels like a party, and I think part of that is the combination with the Jazz and Blues Festival.
Right.
I think them being on the same weekend as ours has, like Alex was saying before, it kind of extends that whole weekend a little bit, and I think it really makes it fun. Our collaboration with them has been fantastic over the last few years, and I think we kind of build off each other. I think we've had some people that have signed up for the race because they were in town for the Jazz and Blues Festival. I think they've had people who have gone to some of the concerts because they were in town for the Happy Half Marathon, and I think that's what you want to see. But I think my favorite moments are kind of after the race or after packet pickup, sort of at the end, when it's just a lot of fun to talk to people and hear stories and why people are in town, and it just feels like a really fun community weekend, and it just feels like a party. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, to add to that, a couple of years ago during packet pickup, we had a band that was playing at Mother Stewart's, and the drummer from what I forget what band it was, she came in, just started asking about the race, signed up for the race that night, ran, and then had a show at noon at the stage where the finish line is. So I mean, we were walking away breaking down the race as she was setting up and doing her sound check and all that, and we were like, hey, she's wearing her medal. I mean, that was such a cool feeling just to see that crossover there.
That's
great.
Yeah. It feels really positive. And that goes back to the support from the city too, helping us out with all those things. We'll come into town kind of Thursday and Friday, and we'll see, cones being set up and stages being set up and all these things kind of happening. And you really feel a really positive energy, and that's kind of everybody, organizations and the city kind of coming together to make this happen, which is, I think, just really special and a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking ahead, what's new or different about 2026 race that people should know about?
Do you have,
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm kind of most proud that we've been able to do is we have improved or enhanced every year something about the race, and it's not always a big enhancement. It's not always like something big that maybe you would even see from the outside looking in. It might just be a logistical thing that we've kind of changed about how we set up the course or how we do certain things from that perspective, and those are the things that we want to make it as frictionless and as seamless as possible for the participants and the volunteers. I think those are the things that we've done really well over the last few years, especially since we've been a start and finish in downtown Springfield race, is we've enhanced kind of those logistical things to make it just a little bit better for the participants every year. It's a small race, but we want it to feel like it's a major race. We want you to feel like you're taking part in something that is professionally done and exciting and fun that you would get in a bigger city. But you can get it here in Springfield and not have necessarily the 10,000 people to have to fight against a park and do all these things. You can get that great experience, but here, and I think those are the things that we do really well.
No, I don't have the question on here, but do we want to talk about let's talk about the lay of the land. Let's talk about the route.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. So like Chris said before, we start and finish downtown. So it starts right in front of the Heritage Center at the corner of High and Fountain. So it'll head out east on High Street. We have it turn past the Westcott house on Greenmount, and then go up Main Street. So it turns left on Main Street there. And then we're going to go right on Lagunda. So one of the things that I was going to mention about the race being improved this year was last year we had some of our faster runners at that spot. There's a right turn onto Lagunda. You go down past St. Bernard's. That turn was missed. So 5 or 6 of our fastest runners ended up running to the finish line in about 15 minutes. So we saw them crossing and we went, "You're not supposed to be here yet." So we had to direct them back. So that is being fixed this year.
Gotcha.
We have some things in place to
good catch on that.
yes, to correct that. But from there, go down Lagunda, hop on Sherman, get on the bike trail. Bike trail is super nice to be able to, one, navigate through parts of the city without having to cross a ton of streets, close a bunch of areas. So that's going to go into right along Buck Creek into Cliff Park. And then after Cliff Park, it goes up through Wittenberg. So we run right down the middle of Wittenberg's campus, up into Ridgewood. So right through the heart of Ridgewood, crosses over Fountain and Limestone, gets on the bike trail again, goes up through Green Lawn, goes by Springfield High School, back down to the bike trail, and then back downtown, finishes on Main Street. So when we were planning it, we went back and forth with the city, 10 times on different course. The first ones we sent over, we were like, "Oh, they're going to close all these major roads for us."
They were terrible. Our course designs were bad.
Yeah, they were bad. Well, we had no idea. So went back and forth, and by the time we got to this one, we were really happy with kind of agreeing on what they laid out we had to do and what we wanted to highlight, different parts of Springfield. We get to see so many parts of Springfield in 13 miles. I mean, it seems like you're hitting everywhere, and I mean, it's a half marathon, so we were really happy with that.
Yeah, it's awesome. You see a lot of the historic sites. I think that's one of the awesome things that Springfield brings, and just the downtown start and finish is enough. But I think Adam is our Alex's brother, our other director, and Alex, they deserve a lot of credit for designing the course in that way, to be able to see the Westcott House and Wittenberg and all these kind of historic parts of Springfield, and really kind of bring that together. And like we were just saying, the first designs that we had were rough, and again, going back to the city, just being willing to hear us out after seeing how bad some of our initial course designs were, and they kind of took it, and they saw the vision to do something, and they really worked with us to put something together that I think is a really fun and exciting course for any runner, whether you're an elite fast runner or it's your first half marathon. I think you would enjoy the course.
Has it been the same route for most of those years since it's been downtown?
Yeah, essentially. There was some construction we had to avoid a couple of years ago in Ridgewood that we had to change a couple of the streets.
Gotcha.
But outside of that, it's been the same.
Couple water main breaks here and there. Right. Usually the week of the race. So if we could avoid water main breaks the week of the race, that would be
helpful.
Ideal.
Yes.
So if someone is on the fence about registering, what would you say to them right now?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Go.
There's something for everybody. I mean, if you want to come out and volunteer, if you want to come out and be a spectator, that's just as fun and as important as signing up for the 5K or the half marathon itself. You don't have to be a crazy runner, like Chris said. I mean, we have very elite runners that sign up for it, and we have a lot of first-time half marathon participants that they end up walking at the end by themselves, and they're just as happy to finish, and we're just as happy for them to see them finish. So I mean, you can do a lot more than what you think if you're on the fence.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons we really wanted to add the 5K too. That was really important to us to bring in a few years back, was to add the 5K, was to just, I think that accessibility is really important, and being able to have people that 13.1 miles can be a lot. Even if you're an experienced runner and you've done hundreds of these, it can be really challenging. It is really challenging, and we really wanted to get people involved. That a 5K is much more accessible. There's lots of couch 5K programs and all these things that people
Yeah.
can do to get out and walk and just be healthy, and I think be a part of the fun kind of community event that we're striving to produce here.
Yeah, absolutely. So how can listeners get involved? Well, you just kind of covered this one, didn't? Whether they run, whether they volunteer, or just show up and cheer.
Mm-hmm.
So you nailed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do all of that. We have all the opportunities on our website, happyhalfmarathon.com. Our social media is easy to find, Happy Half Marathon on social medias, and we're pretty active on there. So reach out to us. We want everybody to be involved. I think that's really what we want to see is, whether you're running, spectating, volunteering, whatever it is, we want involvement. I think that's the key.
And give us the dates again.
Yeah, so August 7th and 8th. The 7th is the packet pickup that Friday, and the kids run is that evening. And then the 8th is the 5K and the half marathon.
Perfect. So I have some rapid fire questions here.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite post-race food?
Ooh. I mean, you got one?
I
You can be
don't
honest.
have a specific one. So I really like a couple races I've run. Pizza after a race
Yeah.
is good. The Flying Pig does pizza after the race,
Yeah,
and
they
I
have La Rosa's right there at the
can't pass
finish
it
line.
up. It's 8:30 in the morning, and I can't not get it.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
And not a food, but a post race beer is just different. It just is.
Yeah, sure.
It's a good celebratory. That's why we're very happy Mother Stewart's opens as early as they do for the pancake breakfast. Pancakes is a great post race run or post race meal as well. I think those might be my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's hard. Depends on the race. Kind of
Yeah.
anything at a certain point is good.
Running playlist. Hype music or silence?
Depends. If it's a long run for me, I have a lot of jam bands on my running playlist, and the 20-minute Fish songs that just go on and on.
Been to a Fish show
out
before?
Yeah, you kind of just zone out, and you look down, and you're like, oh, I did a couple miles there. That's nice. If I'm doing like a 3-mile run or something, it's a lot more hype, shorter songs, lot louder, and
Same for me. A lot of Fish. I have a lot of random stuff. A lot of Fish. A lot of Grateful Dead.
That's great.
And then it'll just go into like hip hop and the Spice Girls or something too afterwards. It's just,
Right.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to be doing more of is it's a studio. It's an audio recording studio here and a podcast studio. And I'm going to have, and as part of the history of it, I'm going to have more bands here. And so, we love music.
That's great.
And
Awesome.
Community really, every time I mention something about music on the podcast, people really respond. So
yeah.
there's always, just like with the weekend, there's such a music component to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad Wilson, is part of that end of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so this actually will be down there. I'm not sure exactly what our role will be in that weekend yet, but I'm going to be reaching out to Chad very soon and finding out what he needs. And, it's all hands on deck that weekend for sure.
Yeah. I love that question.
Yeah. So back to these, I guess these are just couple more quirky questions for you. If the race had a movie soundtrack, what song plays at the finish line?
Oh, I have a good start line one. I don't know if I have a good.
Go with
our start line one is Fish again.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I don't know. I actually don't know if anybody's really ever noticed that that's what we play at the start line. At the start of every race has been. A good finish line song. It would just have to be something motivational.
Maybe we could throw in some John Legend.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the
local faves.
The family one that they also
don't have to change or something, or something kind of uplifting and a good community focused song too. I think that's a good one.
One word to describe Springfield.
Underrated.
That's
underrated
better
for sure.
than mine. I was similar beat. I was going to say exciting. I
Yeah.
think it's an exciting
Absolutely.
time for Springfield. I think I like underrated a lot, though.
Yeah, I agree. And that's one of the reasons we want to keep telling positive stories and not focus on some of the, it's so easy to be negative and everywhere, not just Springfield. It's not just a Springfield thing. So I want this to be, it has been a platform to have these conversations where we can let people know what the positive things that are happening, you know, and continue to tell those stories. And so thank you for both for being here.
Yep.
We don't have to wrap it up. We can keep talking if you.
Yeah, no,
that's all the questions I have.
Yeah, no, if I can take a beat off of that, about being that we talk about this a lot of, you know, we hear all the negativity and the things about Springfield and the stories.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that we really wanted to have this race here was, you know, we heard all that and we saw all that and we said, you know, we can lean into that and we can be a part of that, or we can kind of try and do something about it. And I don't know if a half marathon is going to change the community by any means, but I think it can be a part of you know, a better story. And we wanted to do something to be part of doing something different and not kind of a negative aspect of it. We wanted to, you know, none of myself, Alex, or Adam, our other director, we don't live in Springfield anymore, but we really feel passionate about the community, and we want to be out here and doing something different because our family lives here, and we love coming back and being a part.
But you were both born and raised here, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you were original.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and we're back here, you know, all the time. So
Yeah.
it's really important to us to be part of doing something impactful and positive for the city, I think.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for doing that. Love the story, love the passion, love the weekend, and we of course love Springfield. So thanks for joining us live from Springfield, USA, and get downtown the weekend of August 7th and 8th. I almost got that wrong, so I should know that. But yes, August 7th and 8th. Hope to see you there.